Hey guys! In our last video we discussed SQL injections, what they are, what they can do, and some real-life implications. Now in today's video we will continue to dive deeper into the technical details and have a look at a real-life example of an SQL injection. The SQL injection we are going to look at is a vulnerability that was found in 2017 and reported to SSD. It was found in the QNAP app QTS HelpDesk. This app helps QTS users to directly submit help requests to QNAP from their network-attached storage. Now, like a lot of SQL injection vulnerabilities, this vulnerability can occur due to a flaw in the way that QTS HelpDesk sanitizes its user-controlled input. The goal of this SQL injection is to obtain a QNAP support user's password. Now, this injection might seem a bit more complicated, but it technically works in the same way as the one that we spoke about last week. An SQL query is injected and unauthorized information is received in return. Before you can escape the SQL, you will need to know a couple of details. The SQL injection can only be triggered in devices that have the remote support option enabled. You can check whether the remote support option is enabled by sending a command line interface request to the following address. Note, CLI is a text-based user interface used to view and manage computer files. Now let's get to exploiting this vulnerability. The code that is responsible for checking permissions in QTS HelpDesk looks like this. In order to execute the SQL injection, we will first need to check whether the remote support is enabled on the victim's machine. We can do this by sending a CLI request to the address we mentioned before. The CLI request could look like this. If the remote support is not enabled, the text "remote support is not enabled" will be displayed on the screen. Now that we know that the remote support is enabled, however, we can now escape the SQL injection. To do this, we will need to send the following request to www.app/models/supportutilsmodel.php. The server will then respond with this script, and the output of that should look a bit like this. You can see that the output came back with the QNAP support user's password, and now we can use this password to enter the system as that user. What is the login? Well, _QNAP_support. The password is capital B, Q, capital G, small g, S, E, a capital H, and N. And after accessing the system, we can now perform actions as a QNAP support employee on the program. You can have a look at this vulnerability in our advisory page found in the description. In our next video, we'll have a look at one of the most dangerous vulnerabilities, remote code execution. In the meanwhile, you can find additional materials in the description below. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.